speakers, turn them up. Boom, the reefer burn it up. Cause vibe reactions in the building, we for certain love. The king of this reaction thing, and it's curtains for a fool that think of coming at the team. It ain't hurting us. True, I'm a vibe like Ray, and that's my brother and them. He love it when you go monkey with them bars, and it's my jungle gym. There's laughter in reality. Whenever Brody's streaming, keep it real and don't be scheming. Yo, he's actually no cap with it, so follow vibe reaction. Vibe reaction.
What is good? Vibe gang. Shout out to Miranda. Shout out to Miranda. Shout out to Miranda. Miranda. Hey, straight down over here. What's going on, man? Miranda, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate you. I am at your mercy. Thank you for supporting the page. I was watching a clip of a king talking, so like I want to be a king now. You come here to my chambers? I don't even got a chamber, bro. Shout out to Miranda for the dodo. For real, for real. I said I was going to get it done. I'm getting it done. Mackenzy, Mackay. Every last detail. I got 2 little fucking flies inside of this fucking room. I left the door open a little bit too long, and they went right in. And they both tagged. I saw them go in and high-five each other. We made it. Trying to look for food. I don't eat. I haven't eaten it today. So they ain't going to be finding no food in this bitch. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Federico. Thank you. I got a problem with that, dude. I wanted to start my Monday good, and he started with his bullshit. Facts. Mackenzy, Mackay. It's on you. I like that flower.
I won't take my days for granted. Take a deep breath as deep as the Atlantic, 'cause that could be my last inhale. So don't you take your days for granted, 'cause we have no idea what the fuck could happen. Taking every last...
You know what, brother? Mackenzy, Mackay, come here. Shut up. High five it. Exactly. Exactly. We gotta smile a little bit more, everybody. Don't you like smiling? Doesn't it feel good to smile? Doesn't everything become a little bit better when you smiling? It's good to be alive, man, but you can't take it for granted. We can't take this life for granted. It's the only one we got that we know of. But this is the only one we got. If you want to play it safe, why don't you just live your life? Don't worry about what everybody else says about you. That doesn't matter. Don't worry about how everybody feels about you negative. They're just jealous. And you may say, oh, no, how can she be jealous of me? How can they be jealous of me? They got more than I do. They look better than I do. They do. You could have everything in the world. Looks, money, power, everything. And still hate the person that has to pay, is living paycheck to paycheck, and be jealous of that because they know that this money shit, this power shit, all this crap doesn't mean nothing. They know they want that and they can't have it, so they hate. That's called hating down in their level. Hating down. It's special, no matter if you got money or not. I wish it's legal. It would be smart for me to show you my bank account, but it is not smart for me to show you guys my bank account. If you see the negative on my shit, you're going to think some shit. But it's not that. It's just that I took a pay cut to have more expenses than what I'm making. It's just the risk that I knew that I was going to take. Cool. I got food. I got weed. I'm good. What the fuck else do I need? I don't have time to stress no more. I spent 30-something years of my life stressing and being upset and just Why waste the rest of my life? I don't want to spend the rest of my 40 years fighting no more with nobody, bro. I just want to have fun. I just want to be excited. I want that if the day that I go, I want to be in that bed and just so I did it. I was able to actually have a small part of my life that I could say that I was happy. I have no problem with it. Every waking moment, I'm like a child now. I'm active. I want to do everything. I want everybody to feel that way. My problem is that I want everybody to feel that way. It's just, we don't know what we have until we lose it. And you just gotta wake up every single day knowing that, like, I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna do at least one thing to make me happy today. And that's how it starts. You don't have to try to rush happiness. Don't try to force happiness. That shit doesn't exist. Never heard somebody say, "Yeah, I did everything and anything that you could think of to get to where I'm at right now. I forced to get this happiness." No. Because look at the road that you took to get that happiness. That road made you unhappy. End result, you're not happy. Why do all that? For what? For money, power? For what though? Okay, you got all the money, you got all the power, you got everything. What are you gonna do now? I'll wait. What's next? You got everything you ever wanted. You got all the power. You had all the women, you had all the men, everything. What now? Okay, now what? What's the goal now? You try to rush happiness, that road's going to be the most upsetting road of your life. You're going to end up the most miserable person in the world. And that's a fact. That is an absolute fact. Take your time with it. Learn your craft. Get better at it as you do it. And as you grow, you can find something. You end up being. And then when you get to a place where you're at and you're just like, listen. And I only can speak for myself because I'm the only one that's living my life. No one else is living this life for me. So I can only speak for me. So I can only give you examples of myself. And I never thought in a million years that I'll be in a position where I literally have a negative account, a negative amount in my bank, and I'm fine with it. This just a year ago would have made me flip the fuck out. That would have made me lose my fucking mind. I would have been a bull in a china shop. I already done it this far without a 9 to 5, and I've made it. So just gotta keep on making it. But this time I'm gonna keep on making it with a smile. I'm gonna put in the same amount of work that I did the first 40 years. I'm gonna put the same amount of work that I put in, but this time I'm gonna put it with a smile on my face, doing what I love to do. The same way that I built myself up when I was in Bridgestone, and now it came in at $8.50 an hour, and ended up when I quit making almost 6 digits a year. The same way I did that, the same way I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna spend the next 40 years of my life in bliss and happiness. Leave me alone. Yes, you could accept me. I'm human. I'm gonna get upset, obviously. But the minute that you're gonna get me upset, I'm gonna realize, what the fuck do I gotta get upset about? And you live your life. It's a beautiful one, but you have to make it one. It's not just gonna magically be one. 28 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
Cause we have no idea what the fuck could happen. Taking every last detail. Take it all in as it comes, it could leave us fast in your days. No promise you could drop any minute, don't finish, go win it, go take what's rightfully yours. That's honest, I swear no fibs. I just said bye to.
Hold on, Bob. Why you over here? Slow it down. I just diss you. Hold on, bro. Hold on, I wasn't ready for that fast flow. Give me a second. Let me readjust.
Don't you take your days for granted.
No, let's do this. Fuck it.
I won't take my days for granted. Take a deep breath as deep as the Atlantic has.
Right.
That could be my last inhale. So don't you take your days for granted, cause we have no idea what the fuck could happen.
Right.
Taking every last detail. Take it all in as it comes, it could leave us fast in your days. No promise you could drop in a minute, don't finish, go win it, go take what's rightfully yours. That's honest, I swear no fear.
He said it's not promised if not for a minute, so you could drop in a second. For a second, and you can drop in a minute. That's fine.
Fast in your days, no promise you could drop in a minute, don't finish, go win it, go take what's rightfully yours. That's honest, I swear no fibs. I just said bye to the bro that hit. Lost too many in the past 2 years, and I widened my eyes and I woke up quick. I'm driving clear now. Never know when your days are done. Never know if the sun will come. For yourself, for your closest ones. Way more to life than fame and funds.
Golly, man, his flow cadence is crazy, bro. That flow cadence is nuts. I love it. I love it. I love it. I will slow it down just a little bit just because it's hard to try to catch everything because he's got an accent. So it's hard to catch everything when it's going that fast, but I get the gist of it and I'm fucking with it.
Take it all in as it comes, it could leave us fast in your days. No promise you could drop in a minute, don't finish, go win it, go take what's rightfully yours. That's honest, I swear no fibs. I just said bye to the bro that hit. Lost too many in the past 2 years, and I widened my eyes and I woke up quick. I'm driving clear now. Never know when your days are done. Never know if the sun will come. For yourself, for your closest ones. Way more to life than fame and funds. No time.
And that's the thing, with a beat like this and a flow like that, you gotta know how to rap because you can't just be putting anything in there. The words is more important than the flow. It's as important as the flow. You can't just throw words into something and not make it make sense when you're rapping that fast and you adding that much syllables. So the way he's doing it's very hard to rap this way, but there's people that for some reason they are able to do it. Like that's not a problem for them. Just like there's people that are able to freestyle off the top of the head. Just like there's people that are able to write you a whole entire paragraph perfectly handwritten with perfect grammar. That's in their DNA. They just built that. They know how to do it. They're just good at taking in the information of how to do it right. I don't like to say that people are born knowing how to do things because that's not right in many cases. But they have the capability of retaining the information a lot better, a lot faster, a lot quicker, and then they're able to actually give it back to you in return just as good with the proper information. So it's you have to have that. You don't have that, it's gonna be difficult. So what he's doing here, technically, I just like the technicality of it. He's just doing it a little bit too fast for me in the beginning. I hear that he's slowing down, but overall, this is the vibe shit that I like.
Take what's rightfully yours, that's honest, I swear no fibs. I just said bye to the bro that hit. Lost too many in the past 2 years, and I widened my eyes and I woke up quick. I'm driving clear now. Never know when your days are done. Never know if the sun will come. For yourself, for your closest ones. Way more to life than fame and funds.
Right.
No time for hating, like so love. No time for hating, like so love.
Right. I like that. No time for hating. Go ahead, bro. Love is key, baby. Love is what keeps the world going and going. Got you, man. If it's only fully hate, this world would have been destroyed years ago. Facts. If it was only hate, there's got to be some type of love for us to keep it going. And I believe that if there was still 100%, like just straight up across the board, just hate. There's no positivity at all. Then we have a problem. So I believe the only reason why we're still rolling, still moving is because of that. Because we still have a good amount of good in this world that is balancing off all the bullshit. The only thing is that the bullshit is entertainment. So we're just seeing more of it. I am pretty sure there is a lot more good that's going on in this world than people want to talk about. But that's the problem. People are not going to talk about the good. There is no entertainment. There's no views. There's no clicks. There's no none of that in good shit. It's only going to bad, negative shit that makes you want to change sides or pick a side or do whatever. Like, fuck you. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck about none of this. Why the fuck do I give a fuck about none of this now? What made me change my mind? It's not going to change anything. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. People understand whether they change your rules that you guys want people to change or not. People are going to end up doing what the fuck they want to do anyways. You're acting like you guys are asking permission to do whatever the fuck you want to do. You guys are just going to do it. So then just do it. That's what we're saying. Just fucking do whatever you want. Do not bring my kids involved. Do not bring anything else. Stay over there with it. We don't give a fuck about what the hell you doing with you. Don't do it to my kids. Don't bring it to my school. Don't bring it in my face. Stop pushing it at me when I don't want it. Same thing with hate. Hate can stay the fuck over there. But I guarantee that if we stop reporting on hate, it's gonna be nothing but positive in this world. People gonna start saying, oh shit, the world really is pretty good. But that's not gonna make money because we don't give a fuck about that. I'll keep it 100. Keep it 100. We don't give a fuck about that. I mean, I do. I don't. I try to watch as minimum negative stuff as possible. I was bad looking into nothing but negative. And it does help. It does help changing what you watch also. Changing your trend of what you watch on your TikToks, what you watch on your Facebooks and stuff like that on YouTube. Once you start changing your trends and start looking at more positive stuff and keeping your trend or your algorithm, keep your algorithm moving in the positive views instead of watching drama, watching bullshit that's going on, a war, or anything negative. It really does help your mental as well because you're giving your mental a break of watching this shit 24/7. It's nice to just step back and just watch good shit, things that's gonna make you laugh, comedy, things like that. It's good to just step back and just focus on that shit for a little bit because go full throttle with that shit, it can mess your brain up. And then you just wake up an angry person one day, you don't know why. And then you want to bring it because you don't know why you're angry. You're going to come. I just right now did a upchurch reaction. I had to literally ask ChatGPT, what is the definition of an Uncle Tom? And I gave him their schmeal. And I was like, you see, this is the definition of what the word that you're using calling me that. I just read you the definition of what it actually means. And you guys are giving me, I should thank you guys for calling me that. And I do all the time. And I will continue. Because go watch that video and go see what I said about what definition. Or go look up what Uncle Tom. You have a phone? Look it up. So that just shows that people use words and they don't even know the meanings of it. But they're going to use it because they're expecting a reaction out of it. But the problem about that is when people do their research and people start, doing their own thinking and their own investigation on certain subjects, certain matters, whether it be politics, religion, your favorite food, whatever the fuck it is. But they do their own due diligence and do their own research and find out what something means or what something is about or what movement meant what or what did what. Whatever it is, you're feeding yourself. So like that you can have the proper knowledge of what really is real and what's media made. And right now there's a lot that is media made that people are just following blindly without doing no research, without picking up their phones and actually saying, hey, is this true? What was this, that, and the third in this year? Or whatever question is it that they're just blindly agreeing with. They're not asking. They're just taking it as what it is because they're saying it. Who would know better than the people on TV, right? And they'll take it and they'll run with it. And then what do they end up? Blindly following a whole bunch of people's politics and not do the research and make themselves look crazy in front of a camera by spitting what somebody else told them to believe instead of doing their own due diligence and work. But you know why we won't do it? I've said it a million times, because we're fucking lazy. We're not going to go sit here and try to do research about something because we don't care about it that much. We only care about it when there's a camera on and you're in front of it. That's the only time you give a fuck about it. And that's where people are going to show their, oh, yeah, wakata, rakata, and I'll fight everybody. Wah! But you don't really give a fuck that much about it, because if you did, I'm assuming if you gave a fuck about a subject matter in any way, that you will actually go and actually do the research instead of watching your TikTok and telling and go and getting your news through TikTok and getting your news through Twitter. Well, I mean, you get good shit from Twitter. I ain't gonna lie. Twitter got a lot of accurate shit because a lot of politicians, a lot of people put a lot of real shit that is up there. There's actual numbers, actual facts like Doge and all these other people. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about happiness and negativity. If you know that there's a media scandal out there, that there's people that control all this shit to push an agenda, and you can't see that what we're trying to say. I've seen a lot of people talk to these type of these negative people and fight with each other over a comment that was made in the comment section over the video that they put up. And I look at that and I'm like, I could see how people could get upset and pissed off and wild out, and especially if you woke up in the wrong side of the bed or whatever the case is, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're dealing with. But why did that comment bother you? Oh, well, because that comment bothered you because you're insecure with yourself. So anytime anybody's going to tell you anything negative is validating what you thought about yourself anyways. So it makes you angry. And then you see what happens. It just becomes a potion that you just we start giving to each other and giving to each other to build this hatred towards each other. And then we all think we're right. We all are entitled. You can't tell me shit. I seen this one debate, this one girl gave her a fact, and she said, I don't give a fuck about that. What does that tell you? They don't care about the facts. The facts doesn't matter to a person that just has hate in their heart. That fact shit could go over their heads. And you know what they call it? Redlining. They call it a whole bunch of, they give it so much terminology. No, it's a fact. We're not doing any of that. This is a fact that we're telling you. Statistically. You're talking about your own personal experience. You can't add that on as a statistic fact. You can't. That's your own personal experience. That's one person out of billions. Now, how does your fact matter, or your delusion matter more than the fact that's going on in the world that is the actual number? I never am going to understand that. But I commend the people that actually go and look for the positivity. That actually are watching these videos. That will give you a message and give you something to love and give you some. I love that because that just shows that there's people out there that are good people. They just want to work. They want to live their life, have fun with their family, enjoy every second of their life, and just live it. They don't want to be famous. They just want to live their life. These are the people that are getting the brunt of all the bullshit that we're all going on the internet, going back and forth with. The people that are not on the internet, the people that don't even watch this shit, the people that are literally working, busting their ass, making sure that we have electric, making sure that we have water, making sure that we have all this working properly, busting their ass, and not worrying about what the fuck is going on in social media in the world. They just focused on trying to live their life and try to be, those are the ones that struggle because now they have to deal with our crazy asses in the street talking shit. And I say ours because I'm guilty of it too in the past. So I can't take myself out of that fucking list. But I can tell you something. I am trying to get better. And I am getting better on the negative. I'm not trying to focus on negative at all right now. But sometimes we have to have the conversation about it because sometimes we get lost. We're having too much fun. And sometimes people think it's sweet and yada yada. But like, no, let's keep it 100. Who you're telling me that we should be that weak that we have to let somebody else control our anger, our happiness, our everything? No. We need to start focusing more. All right, I'm gonna just focus on making myself happy and try to feed off a good vibe energy around me with anybody that I go in. We can't think that that's gonna magically happen. We gotta work at that. Well, boy, it's right there. It's out there. And I think we all will benefit from just smiling a little bit more and just being decent people, bro. And it's kind of crazy that has to be even a request. Be a decent person. It is what it is.
No time for hating, life so low.
And then people say, yeah, without the internet, though, you won't be where you at right now. I could do what I do on radio. I could do what I do on radio. Oh, if there was no social media, you'll be bitching at a wall. Oh, I could do what I could just sign an application to a radio station, be an apprentice there for a couple of years, learn the trade, learn the industry, learn all that stuff, and then show them my charisma and get myself a radio show. I could easily do that if I wanted to. I don't need social media. I could just be this. Radio, I'll be fine. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be none of that. Give me a steady job. Give me a steady paycheck where I can survive. I'm good. As long as I got that, I'm living. What are we talking about, man? Just be happy. And I caught that. Some dude thought he was going to catch me with that bullshit. I was like, bro, you know damn well that what I can do on radio. And then that charismatic person, you're going to hear that voice and you'll be like, yo, we're going to have to put this man in a movie. Huh? Howard Stern, stop playing. Come on, bro.
No time for hating, life so low. No time for hating, life so low. So I won't take my days for granted. Take a deep breath as deep as the Atlantic is. That could be my last inhale. So don't you take your days for granted, 'cause we have no idea what the fuck it.
I just noticed the daffodils winking at me. That's beautiful. I love this. This just imagery alone is, I love it.
You take your days for granted, 'cause we have no idea what the fuck it happened. Taking every last detail. No use in taking your days for granted. Get stuck in, chucking both my hands. Landing cleared, runway damage. Made this happen to get where I'm standing, but it ain't like work. Ask yourself what the day is worth. No price above any loved ones first. Life is to live, it's and it's something that we all deserve. No point in causing hurt or pain. Make use of every single day, 'cause no time for hating, life so love. No time for hating, life so love.
Shit, man. Whatever we holding on to, whatever that hate is that we're holding on to, we're gonna have to. I can't even say let it go. I can't even say let it go, because that's gonna. I'm giving you that's me giving you an impossible task. Something that's never gonna happen. You're never gonna just let it go. Whatever hate you have in you, it's gonna live in you forever. That hate's gonna be in you. There's nothing that's gonna stop you from hate, from that hate to be there to lash out on people and screaming that crazy. Always. You've already built that into your system. That's never gonna leave. That's never gonna leave. It's already built in. You built it in. You added that addition to your shit. But there's ways to control it. There's ways to tame it. There's ways to put it where you can live your life, a normal life, without this hate, without this anger, and find out what's making you sad. Because sad is just a reflection of the anger is just a reflection of sadness. And people, I ain't sad, because people get sad, I'm a pussy, right? You see, and that's what happens when you talk to dumb motherfuckers. When people hear sad, oh, I ain't no fuck, I don't cry, nigga. Yeah, you do. You may not cry in front of people, but you cry. Everybody cry. Your body literally is made with chemicals in a way where you can't form it and you have its own system. You have its own tearing system. You built into it. Yeah, you do cry. Just cry. Why not? Let it out. It's sadness because sometimes people don't want to show their sadness. So they want to put up their fucking shield and they want to be all tough. And I'm not going to show that I'm sad. And then that's where the anger builds. And builds and builds and builds. And then what happens? And then you snap and blow the fuck up. All because you were sad at one point and you needed to get it fixed and you never got it done. Because you thought you could handle it because you're better than everybody else. You put yourself in this mind that I don't need therapy, I don't need this, I don't need that. Happiness is not free. Not in this world, at least. Not in this world. You gotta work at that shit. But when you're happy, boy, when you're happy, it's worth it. Worth the work. I'm not saying that it's not. It's absolutely worth the work. And then it comes to a point where you've done it so much, worked on your happiness, that you're working on it without even knowing that you're working on it. And that's when it gets crazy. Because that's when you go see your potential. And that's when you're gonna peak and you're gonna be the greatest in anything that you want to do. You can't do that with the hate in your heart. There's no way that could be even humanly possible to do that with hate. And if you're measuring your happiness by money signs, I could tell you a million ways to make money. Tell you a million ways to make money. That doesn't equal happiness. I'll stop. I'm just saying, I'll stop. When I feel strongly about a subject, you know how Uncle Ray gets. When I feel strongly about a subject, I got to talk about it. And Miranda's a very good follower of mine. She waited this long, I got to give her a good reaction. What you want me to do? Not talk? You want me to just play the music and look at shit? I could do that all day long if you want me to. But what are you learning out of it? I want the time that you guys spend with me to at least learn one thing. At least get something out of it. That's my goal every video, man. Get something out of what I'm saying. Implement one thing and just see what happens, bro. I'm not forcing nobody to do shit. I understand time frame is everything. When a person is ready, but how many excuses are you going to give yourself until you actually do it? And that's all I'm going to say. How many excuses are you going to give yourself until you actually do it? I could give you 100 excuses too. I've used them all. No, not today. I got to edit. I don't want to deal with that right now because I got so much shit I got to do. Oh, no, I'm cramping. I got my period or some shit. I've used it all. I've used it all. Excuse after excuse after excuse, and then then I ran out of excuses. I ran out of excuses because then they started becoming dumb. To me. I started to hear the excuses. I was like, damn, I used that like 13 months ago. That one, that was 5 years ago. I used that one 5 years ago, so I can't reuse that one. Yeah, I gotta wait 2 more years to use that one. I was avoiding it because I did not want the help. I did it. I thought I could do it myself. Once I gave in, I'll do it again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. I am never going to get rid of my past. My past is always going to be a part of me. That's what made me who I am today. So I'm never going to forget anything that I've done or been through in my past. That's what molded me. That's what made me. But I'm not going to let my past fucking define me who I am today. I'm not gonna let all the negative and all the crap come back to me and try to mess me up today. I'm going to keep on moving forward for the next 40 years of my life with a big smile on my fucking face, smoking weed, going to trips with my wife, seeing my kids graduate, get married, and have kids, and so on and so forth until you hear me say, "What is good of our game?" for the last fucking time. That's my mission. That's my goal. Period. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Lost to love. No time for hating, lost to love. So I won't take my days for granted. Take a deep breath as deep as the Atlantic is. That could be my last inhale. So don't you take your days for granted. Cause we have no idea what the fuck could happen. Taking every last detail.
I love this song. I love this song. This is a good fucking song, man. If you haven't yet, please go follow my man Mackenzy. Mackay. Everlast Detail. It was an amazing song. That was an amazing song. Miranda, thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate you for bringing this song into light to me. and I'm gonna be banging it every Saturday. Now I feel a little sad. I'm gonna play this one, and I'm just gonna vibe out. Do one of these for you. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I love all of you, man. Peace. That's another thing. I'm so done. I'm so done. The 30th of this month, we are going to be having the Vibe Recovery session. Me and my host, Carly, a Beehive, a supporter, big supporter of the page, big supporter of the Patreon. Kind of my co-manager. My wife is my main manager, but she kind of helps me with the. She helps me with the Patreon. She helps me with a lot of the lives, along with Jorge and everybody else. We're gonna host this together, and this is just gonna be a space for everybody to just, if you're willing to come and tell your story, if you're willing to go and release a lot of tension, or even if you had a bad day, it doesn't even have to be that deep. Even if you had a bad day, or you struggling with a situation in life right now, and you just need advice, or you need a person to talk to, and that's what this is going to be about. So it's kind of like it's an AANA. It's not, but it's not going to be focused on just recovery and addicts, and it's not focused. It's for anything and everything humanly possible that you feel. If you want to release it and let us know about it, you come and tell us. And you come up and say, hey, if you want to be on the panel, you can be anonymous. You don't have to come up with your name. It gives you an option to change your name, and it gives you an option to not be on camera. You could be completely anonymous. We don't even need to know your name. You could put a voice talk over where we don't recognize your voice. You could do whatever it is that you want to do. I want everyone to be safe. My moderators already know that in the comment section to try to keep the negative out completely, because this is not a judgmental place. This is a place of recovery of just life hitting us like a ton of bricks in any way, shape, or form. And just so we can have that, because we don't have a lot of that on YouTube, a lot of spaces where it's open, where people can just come in and say, you know what, I've been having a shitty ass week. This is what's been going on. Boom, 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 boom. But it's gonna be structured. You feel me? Because we want to hear everybody's story, and we want you guys to let it out and everything, but we have to be, polite with the time. We can't be, this is not gonna be something we're gonna be doing for 8 hours. So we're gonna try to give everybody the amount of time. We're gonna clock it to like 20 minutes a person. And just to really give a good, this is what's going on with me, and so we can really get into a dialogue and really have a conversation. So that's the type of environment, type of thing. I'm gonna do a whole video before the day comes. I am gonna be doing a whole video of it. I just gotta go over it with Carly to see how we're gonna exactly structure it from start to finish, get the layout out, and get everything situated the way it's supposed to, and then we could just run it that day so it could go smooth as hell. Come up with the actual, like the rules of how much time you're gonna have. I'm saying 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes should be enough time to give a breakdown. For anybody that is going to be talking about addiction or recovery of addiction, I'm going to give them about 30 minutes to talk, just because that gets to a little bit more deeper, time frame. It is a more lengthier time frame talking about that problem. So I'll give them about 30 to 45 minutes to really tell us their story, and we'll have probably like 4 or 5 an episode, and I'm probably going to be doing this once a month. So I'm doing it once a month to get people the time to, if they want to write something down and shit like that, they could have the time to come up with what they really want to say, and then come up and just talk, and we're just gonna have a conversation, and run it like that. So I hope you guys can join. I hope you guys, even if you want to stay in the comment section and just listen in, it's gonna be there for listening views. It's gonna be a podcast. Is a Vibe Recovery podcast, pretty much, and this is just for people to find that space that they could go and get that help. So if you guys want, that's where we're gonna be at on the 30th at 6, I think, or 7. Look at the flyer. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.